Hello, we are live. Welcome to the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast, a podcast about anything and everything. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and we have,
Mark with the mic.
how you doing?
Chilling. Just came off the wrestling babble and now ready to talk
Yeah, man, Wrestling Battle was fun.
stuff.
New
Stuff in
Japan, New
general.
Japan got me hype, and I'm still rolling off of that. So let's go.
Let's roll.
We were talking
So
before about our figures, so I guess that's gonna be the lead-in topic. But you also wanted to bring up Voltron, right? So
yeah,
let's
so
start with
this could go
Voltron.
all into it. So Voltron season 3 came on Friday. I'm not gonna go that deep into the series, just the fact that I want people to watch it because I want another season. And
Hmm.
most likely the way it ended, there's going to be another season. I already read that it might be October, November
Okay.
for the next series. I think November. It looks like it has a three month pause between each other.
Hmm.
So great. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It was it was pretty much they did a really good origin story of the first team that piloted Voltron. They haven't made did a full like origin of how Voltron was made,
Not
but
yet.
no, they haven't did that. But the purpose of Voltron and how he was made. But they did the original first team, which was the five, and King Zarkon was one of them. He was the pilot of the Black Lion.
Really?
Yeah, and then you had the girl Princess Aurora's father was the pilot of the Red Lion,
Oh
and
wow.
his wife like was dying, and they had this big mission that to get this power source that he kind of lied to them to get the power source to help his wife be alive, like to live,
Hmm.
and he did it, and that's what became the witch. Like she lived, but she lived with a lot of scars, pretty much.
Was he evil by nature?
He wanted his wife. Well, in the beginning, he kind of felt like his planet was getting the raw end of stick, pretty
Oh, it's
much,
that
and so
situation.
it was
Okay,
that
okay.
situation. And then he pretty much said the Voltron Force betrayed them when the fact is he kind of betrayed everyone.
Hmm.
So he
Hmm.
got his planet to go alongside him and side with him against the Voltron Force, and that's kind of how it went, and that's how it ended. And pretty much you like, that's it.
Gotcha. Okay,
Like, what's
okay.
up with that? But it was a really good series. You saw like the character development of the team, because if you watch the season two, Zero got kidnapped and shit like that, so he was out of it. So Keith, and this one Keith became the first time became the Black Lion. He's the only one that was able to control the Black Lion in the get
Yes.
go. Like the Black Lion accepted him from the get go, so he was able. He was the only one that was able to pilot it. So he became the leader. Then you had the blue go into the red, and that's when he became his right hand man. So the red lion had a significant being the right hand man, so being the second in charge. So that
Yes.
was the second. So he is the right arm. So basically, that's the right arm man kind of things. I liked how they did that kind of thing. Like, yeah, that's the second in the lead. Kind of like Power Rangers. You always had that.
Now, what's his name? Do you remember?
Um,
Because that character, that's the one that always escapes me. He's cool, but it's
yeah,
like
he's
he's
he's the
such a
funny one.
yeah.
He's the funny one, and honestly, in this show, he's hilarious. Um, but yeah,
Oh, you're trying to find him now
yeah,
because
yeah.
for some reason the other characters stand out. Everybody knows Finn. Everybody knows
Lance.
Keith. Lance. Okay.
Yeah, is Lance Hunk?
Hunk is the big guy.
Yeah,
Actual
Lord.
name or was that like a nickname? Like,
Huh?
do they have a character name for him? Is actually just Hunk?
No,
Like,
Hunk is the yellow.
no, but I mean that character. That's
Yeah,
his
that's his
main
name.
name.
That's his name. Yeah, that's his name. And then you have Pidge, which is the green one.
Hmm.
Alora is the pink. Keith is the red. And
No, no ridiculous accents, right?
not in this one. No, you kind of have. They have very good voice actors in this version.
Okay.
So like you have a lot of good stuff into this one, which I'm
All
really
right.
happy with.
Cool.
But this series has been really good. I've been excited every single time they brought it up. When it first came on, I think the art is perfect for it. I kind of had problems with the Voltron look in the beginning of it, but it grew on me. It grew on me strong, and I just was just really happy with it.
Okay. Wait, and what's the style that it has now?
It's the people that did Last Airbender, Avatar Last Airbender.
Yeah.
They those that's the same. That's the crew that did it.
So it looks like
Avatar: The Last Airbender. It has that anime look.
all right. So I mean, but people like that, right?
No, it's great. Look, the animation is great. It fits the show. One thing I love it is that the cast really fits the show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm very happy with it, and it's been really good, and it's just been a fun show to watch. And now I'm looking through the cast, and it has a really good cast for voice actors and stuff. It has Steven Yen from Walking Dead. He talks Keith. You have
Okay.
Josh Keaton talking to Taki. Rogan, I don't know what the fuck. Tyler LeBlanc talks Hunk. That's the dude from Reapers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so he's on it. They have a good cast. They have a really good cast. Coran is really funny. He's talked by this British dude. If you knew who he was, you kind of know what he does and shit like that. It's a really good fun show. Definitely watch it. First season was about 12 episodes. Second season went to 11, and the third season was 7. So hopefully the next one will be a little longer and a little larger with the storyline, because it got you really going with the story, and then it stopped, and that just bothered me. I'm like, God damn it!
Wait, so hold on. It's continuing that exact series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
So it's being okay. So it has a while. All right. So, okay.
Yeah, so it is season 1. It's 3 seasons already. It went through 3 seasons. They've been coming out every 3 to 6 months. The space between them, but they're keeping it going and stuff like that. It got really popular on Netflix. I think it's one of the top 5 things to be being viewed on Netflix.
Okay.
So it's doing really well. I love the fact that it's back. Like, Voltron is actually back, and it's better than the original.
Well, I mean, does it take much to be better than the original?
Yeah,
when
but
you sit down and watch it,
yeah.
I mean, it's the voice acting is laughably bad.
But you give credit. Like, there's a lot of these cartoons that come out that they can't even touch the original. You know, like you can't like that. This one like takes it and just runs away with it, and it's just such a better storyline. But that's the thing about cartoons nowadays, is that the storylines are more engaging than was back then. Back then, we just want to see shoots and firefights and shit. Now, like, we want, like, we're adults and shit like that. We want a story. Like, you invest me into this, and then that's one thing Voltron is doing, is they invest me into it. I got a lot of people to watch it. Even they never seen a Voltron thing, they watched the show and loved it. So, but then they asked me, "Oh, should I watch the original?" I'm like, no, you don't need to. What I would recommend though, Netflix does have a Voltron, the original Voltron, like best of series.
Okay.
That the creators of Voltron made of top 12 episodes
Really?
of the original Voltron series. So you can watch that on Netflix if you want to get a feel of the original one.
Nice. That's actually pretty cool. You don't see many people doing things exactly like that. Wow.
It was a very fantastic show. Definitely watch it. I don't want to get that much into the storyline, because I really want you to watch it and then discuss it. Because I don't like spoiling shit. I like having a discussion with it when you actually see it. So we'll probably do a Tooncast eventually about Voltron. We could do old and new, and we get one big ass thing like we did with the Power Rangers, and we did with the last Tooncast. We just talked about everything. So I want to get a retrospect of just Voltron and just have a whole episode with that. And that's a big test, because we might have to watch some of the original one.
That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna have tons of fun going back and sitting through those. I remember when they reran them on Cartoon Network, and I started watching them. And I was like, I remember enjoying so much the character of Sven when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then being a teenager, just like, what's up with his voice? This is terrible. Like this is, how did this get put on the television? Like, I don't even understand how this is, that bad. So kind of ruined my nostalgia then for Voltron.
Yeah.
Like I only like Voltron in the concept of
What it was.
Yeah, the 5 pilots,
Yeah.
the Lions coming together, and then Voltron itself being badass.
Yeah.
So
and then I show you the vehicle one that you'd
yeah.
never seen before.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
And
that's amazing.
Yeah, I think that was part of the when they try to revamp it to get more pop. Again, it kind of died out because again, if you look at the DVDs that came out when they did the box sets, they did it in the 5 Lions, which were the 5 seasons of Voltron.
Yeah.
And then they did the vehicle ones, which the vehicle ones are 15 fucking vehicles. So it's like, god damn, I don't think it went that long.
And like you said, it was basically at that point you could tell it was a ploy just to get toys out there.
Yeah, you know what? Every cartoon in our time and our generation, shit like that, was a ploy to get toys. Hands down, you watched it, they were selling you toys, no matter what.
Yeah, I guess it's the same with video games today. It's like,
but I think it became a law within the 80s that you had to have at least good messages, and like you had to have a storyline and had to have a moral of the story kind of thing.
That's why He-Man would talk to me about priests.
Yeah. And like it happened with also Captain N. They actually had a plot and had things to really talk about that to have a message to you.
Remember, Michelangelo tells you drugs are for fools. So.
Yep. And that's where you started seeing a lot of those things because these can't be just commercial. You have to have a message behind it. And it became a law. And I think the mid 80s, that's where it became a law because when Transformers first came out, it was a toy commercial. Big ass half-hour toy commercial. Still a toy commercial, but it actually had messages eventually. And then it had storylines and stuff like that. So going into that. But with the Voltron, the vehicle Voltron, vehicle Voltron was 15 vehicles. They're all like 3 different spaceships, one air, land, and sea. And they'll break apart and then build the big Voltron, which was about 15 pieces to the original 5. If you want a good take on that version, I won't say watch the cartoon. If you could find the trades of the Image comics when Image had the rights to Voltron, they did a really good take on them. And they fought the Voltron Force because this is what I was telling you that they should do eventually is the fact that after the whole thing with King Zorton and shit like that, they could have a government planet that wants to take have control, kind of like the Empire, have control of everything. So they make their own version of Voltron, and then the Lions are the freedom fighters and shit like that, and they can have a big thing with that.
Wait, what you showed me was what team was the one getting ready? Because that looked like Keith.
It's not Keith. It's a whole different team. Yeah, it's a whole different. It's the same voice actor though.
That's what confused me because I was like, is that the same guy? Because with the helmet on, you can hardly tell. So
yeah, it's the same voice. It's the same voice actor, but it's a whole different team.
Did they take the time to never have the two same guys in the series at the same time, or was it like a different time period?
It was a different time period in the cartoon.
Okay. Now I understand.
Yeah.
I want to ask, they have so many vehicles. Were there 5 people piloting 5?
Yeah.
5 individuals?
There's 5 individuals. There's 15 people.
So there was 15. Wow.
It was 15 people all, and it was not all humans either. It was all every race of the universe that they had.
Were there anything that was not anthropomorphic? Meaning like a blob or like, a tentacle man or something weird like that?
Nah, it was all like
different color people.
Yeah, just different color people. Just like some of them look like bigger than the others and look like and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
It had like a whole Green Lantern core thing with it.
All right.
I'm explaining. Yeah, but I remember the toy being in 3 pieces, and you had to buy each individual vehicle to make the big Voltron.
Were there figures to go along with those, or were they just small?
You know what? I don't remember if they actually had the characters, because I remember the Voltron, the Lion one. I remember they made the characters eventually, but they never had it when the series first came out.
Yeah, that I remember.
It was just a Voltron figure, which was the die-cast one with the metal legs.
All right. And now here's the thing about that. I had the the Voltron Blue Lion, but it was if you took the blue line that I had, and stood it next to the diecast figures, the Blue Lion's foot is bigger than the entire figure. Now I don't know where the rest of those pieces were and where the figures to fit inside of my Blue Lion were, but apparently there was a huge Voltron figure. I've never seen it.
I know they made a bigger scale one down the road. It didn't come out when the original one. The original one came out first, which was the diecast one, which was a bit smaller, but they were heavier.
Yeah,
and they were metal, and I think they took those out the market because kids were fucking hitting each other with it.
I can imagine because mine was hollow plastic and it was light as hell, and it did not come with the princess figure, which weirded me out because I knew. Yeah, she, like what's up with that? But I guess none
of them had the figures. None of them had the characters with it. Yeah, it was just the Voltron robots, and that's it.
That seemed to be. You had
to use your imagination to have these guys and the pilots.
Make your own Voltron pilot. Okay.
Yeah. But I remember the black one being the biggest one because it was the widest one, and then you had to lift the tails, and that's how you connect them.
You connected them by the tails. Yep.
Yeah, and I remember that clearly because I still own two of them. I have one in the box that I've never opened that goes from $700 to maybe $1,500, depends how good condition the box is. Mm-hmm. The one out the box, it still could go for like $400 or $500.
Nice. Yeah. And I do know because they're die cast and kids play with them that the paint used to be just all over the place because my cousins had it and like you could tell they played with it. Yeah. And it was just the paint was chipped, to shit. It was just all over the place.
And then your kids, you'll wet it, you do this, you do that, and like paint chips eventually like that. If you see my one that's never been opened and you see how perfect the paint is, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And those were beautiful figures, but they were heavy as hell. Keeping him as Voltron was kind of hard if you wanted to play with it because sometimes the limbs came off. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it was a cool, dope figure, especially during the time when I made it. Transformers were coming out, so basically you see a lot of the Transformer figures and how they change and stuff like that.
Maybe that stunted my Transformer growth because I had that first.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I was interested in that blue foot.
Yeah.
Even though that's all I had to like play with as a part of the show, it was just like, yay, I have this Blue Lion. I wonder where the rest of the pieces are. And I've never seen anybody else playing with the rest of them that were that size. So I might have to look that up.
Yeah, now they're a little harder to find. They just made one that's a statue that I really want. I just saw it on Forbidden Planet the other day. And it's like $400.
How old is it?
Big ass. It just came out like probably a couple of months ago.
It's, really?
Because even Power Rangers is doing this too. They're doing their legacy collections and they're bringing out these really robust Megazords that look fucking dope, but they're costing like $200-$300. And you're like, my wallet.
What era they start from?
Well, with Power Rangers, so far they have the original Megazord, the Thunder Megazord, and the Ninja Zord. Those are the first three that came out. So those are the first 3 seasons, I guess. And then
did they do any other in betweens? Did they do they had the Green Ranger or anything, or the White Ranger?
They just made the Dragon Zord.
Really?
Yeah, they did the Dragon Zord eventually. That's the one I really want. I want the Dragon Zord because I love.
I kind of want that.
Between the Dragon Zord and the Red Dragon Zord, those were I think my 2 favorite Zords.
You know why I like the Dragon Zord in retrospect?
It's Godzilla.
I was just about to say, because he's Godzilla.
It's Godzilla. Like, it's a metal Godzilla, and that's pretty much why I love it too, because I love Godzilla. You should see a shirt I have. I have a Green Ranger shirt that has Godzilla in the back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's calling on Godzilla, which this is probably one of my favorite shirts I got from like Rip Appeal.
And the other thing I thought that was cool about him was he was one of the only Zords that he could fight in the dinosaur form.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a problem.
Yeah. Like the T-Rex, he's stubby arms and he only can headbutt people.
Because like you don't want to see the Triceratops trying to fight somebody.
Yeah,
because it's just not gonna happen.
And then in the Red Dragon Zord, I just liked the fact that it turned into its own Zord.
Into a dude.
Yeah. But they did make the Dragon Zord. They even have a collector's edition, which is the all black and gold one.
Okay, cool.
Which is pretty cool. If I get if I get one of those legacy ones, I think I'll go for the original Megazord and the Dragon Zord, just because those two were my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
The original Megazord is still to the day my favorite Megazord, just the way it looked, because it looked like Voltron. It looked very similar to Voltron. I think that's why I really liked it.
Yeah, it definitely had the color scheme. So.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason why I really liked that one the most. Like, that was my favorite one. And after that, like, I really wasn't the biggest fan of the Megazords. Like, when I saw them, I'm like, I don't like it that much.
I liked the first 3 seasons. So I liked the original, the Thunder Megazord, and the Ninja one. But only when they combined with the White Ranger, like towards the end.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, I thought those were cool, but but you know, when I think about it, I really did like the Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, he was dope
as the guy with the bow staff.
Yeah,
he was pretty cool. He was pretty cool,
and he was able to fight on his own, and like he was pretty much there. Especially they used him more once the White Ranger came in, because they used the White Ranger Megazord, the Tiger Megazord, which he was fighting on his own, and he was awesome with the bow staff. It reminded me of the Monkey King.
Yeah, it did. It did. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, because that the straight bow staff and shit.
And the figure too. The figure itself, actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. I remember having that as a kid. That was one of my favorite ones. Is the fact that it did have its own form. I didn't have to have the Megazord to have a fucking human looking thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So going to Voltron had its diecast, and then then they got cheapened with it. And they made the plastic ones, but the plastic ones weren't that great. They broke fast. Especially the leg parts broke fast.
Gotcha. Yeah, plastic metal painted legs.
Yeah,
like, because they were cheap as shit. Yeah.
But then again, during that time, that's when Voltron kind of died down. They weren't really showing it much on TV unless you woke up like for 6 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't the popular ones because Transformers was out, and you had G.I. Joe, you had Turtles, you have everything like that. So that kind of got lost in the mix
and slowly phased out.
Yep. But talk about like robust series and still going to this day is Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles had so many fucking figures.
Oh yeah. Do you remember offhand how many figures were on like the first set?
I could tell you there was probably like 20 something of them.
That's what I thought. Like, I know there were a lot just for the first initial one. Like, I know it was the Turtles. I know there was Shredder. I know there was Baxter Stockman, Krang. Well, there was Walker Krang.
Yeah.
And then there was the big Krang that was separate. There was April O'Neil. There was Leatherhead. I believe he was in the first series.
Yeah. Okay, I got the original.
Like, there was a lot of
the original series before it became a cartoon series. The original set.
Oh, okay.
Was it was the 4 Turtles: April, Splinter, Bebop, Rocksteady, Foot Soldier, and Shredder.
Yeah, that's the initial one.
Yeah.
And so when they started becoming a show, what happened?
And then they did reimbursed versions of the Turtles, which were called the Wackies, which they all had like the spinners on it, so they could do things.
Okay.
They added Casey Jones, Napoleon the Frog, Usagi Yojimbo, Ace the Duck, Baxter Stockman, Crane in the little wheelchair thing, and Leatherface.
I remember the frog, but they never made his whole group?
No, it was just they made a other version down the road.
Okay.
Of Napoleon. No, I got the. You got Genghis. Genghis was the first one that came out.
Oh, okay.
Genghis was the first one to come out, and then you had Napoleon come down the road, which he was kind of like a bull toad.
Yeah, he was the bullfrog, right?
Yeah, and then they do the series. You got more characters and more characters.
Did they ever make the neutrinos?
They have made the neutrinos, but you know what? I think they made their car also.
Okay, cool.
I know Shredder had their car. I know they had a Foot Soldier car that could fly like the neutrino car did. I don't think they made their card though. So I know a lot of people customized it and made their card. They just painted it red and shit.
Did you ever try to fly the blimp?
The blimp won't fly. It just to blow it up. It won't fly because the figure that was underneath it was too heavy.
It was too heavy. Yeah,
It would not fly. It won't fly on its own, kind of thing.
Did it fall with style?
Nope. It fell with weight.
Oh man.
One thing I give a lot of credit to the new series. If you look at a lot of the new series and through the shows and everything like that, they brought back a lot of these figure characters that you would never think will ever be in the show.
Like who?
Like there was this character named Wingnut and Screwloose, which was
bat. Yeah.
Was the bat, which was kind of Batman.
Oh, okay.
So in the series, they brought them in as a comic book characters that Mikey got stuck in the comic book, and Wingnut was pretty much talked by Adam West.
Really?
And then the other one, yeah, like it was kind of a Adam West voice kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then Screwloose was talked like a Robin kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And it was like pretty much Batman and Robin. They brought in Mondo Gecko, which was talked by the original Michelangelo.
Cool.
But they bring in,
I remember him, and he came with a skateboard.
Yeah, Mondo Gecko was a very popular one because he came with a skateboard. He did come in the original '88 series. He was in it when CBS took over.
Okay.
But it was down like season 7 and 8 when it wasn't that great anymore.
I do remember the intro to that one. Yeah. I kind of like it.
And then you had a lot of Mutagen Man, Scumbug, the Triceratrons, Pizza Face, which is the one you were talking about.
The Triceratrons, I believe that was the character they made from the game.
Yeah, the Manhattan Projects.
Yeah, Manhattan Project had him on the cover, and it was just like that character wasn't even like I think
he
it wasn't
in the
supposed
comic.
To be.
He was in the comic. The comic it was made.
They're like, why did you choose this character? And I guess because they liked the design of it.
But they wound up being in the cartoon down the road. Like I think season 8 and 9, they were in the cartoon.
Did they also put in Dirtbag?
Dirtbag's in here. That's the mold. Yep, Dirtbag is in here. Ground Chuck.
Yeah, Ground Chuck. Yeah. I remember.
The bull. Muckman and Joe Weiball.
Muckman, dude, I remember Muckman.
Which pretty much Muckman in the current series, he's pretty much Toxic Crusader.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you know, it's the funniest shit. I was talking about this earlier. That Playmates did the Toxic Avengers. Well, they were called Toxic Avengers. If you watch the movie, it's Toxic Crusader.
Toxic Crusader.
Was it? Well, no. Toxic Crusader was the cartoon.
It was the cartoon, yeah.
The movie.
Because I remember the theme song, yeah.
Yeah. So they used the same toy line, Playmates. So pretty much a lot of their characters for the Toxic Crusader figures were pretty much repainted, just reheaded Ninja Turtle figures.
Yeah, because like I guess they knew somebody wanted it. Somebody needed to buy these Muckman bodies because nobody's buying them.
Yep.
So make a different
pretty much. Muckman.
Make a different character out of Mutagen Man, please.
I remember Pizza Face. That's the one you were talking about earlier.
Gross.
Which was disgusting. A fat pizza dude with
like he was missing a leg.
Yeah, he has a butcher knife leg.
Yeah, like and he looked it because he had sauce all over him. Looked like blood, and I was just like, that guy's gross. I'm never buying that.
I remember Chrome Dome looking pretty dope, but his name was stupid. He was like a robotic looking animal looking thing.
Oh, the one thing I was gonna say, my most treasured figure that I lost, and I'm still sad about to this day, was I had the original Metalhead.
Yeah, Metalhead was dope.
Like I had him when his arms popped out and all. Dude, that figure was so cool for back then because the Turtles figures weren't really known for articulation.
No, they were just basic figures that.
So to have one that like it was intended for you to do all this weird stuff with it, like was kind of cool. So and then I ended up losing them at school. Like, oh, that sucked.
So there's a few of them that are like kind of weird that I'm looking at. This is, I think, series 2 of the figures when I'm looking at right now. Mm-hmm. And they had a dingo, which is talk about his name Walkabout.
Don't remember him.
Wim, which is a weird mutant fucking thing. I don't know what the fuck he is.
What color is it?
He's a multicolored thing. He has like a squid leg and weird looking, but he's part of the heroes. They have Ray Fillet.
Ray Fillet. Yeah, he was one of my favorite figures too. Ray Fillet. Yeah.
And then you have like the costume figures, which was Raphael was a space. Mikey was a surfer dude. Donatello was the detective, and Leonardo was a samurai. This was the samurai before the movie.
Yes, that was the one before the movie. Yes.
Yeah, Panda Khan, which I think his figure is worth a lot of money now.
Is it because of Kung Fu Panda? Because that's exactly what when I think back, that's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, but yeah, his figure worth a lot of money. He's actually in the Usagi Yojimbo books.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's a character from there. I said Wingnut and Screwed Loose. The Freezatoid, which was a big season, big for season 4. Like they went time and actually had Freezatoid, talked by David Tennant.
What did that thing look like though?
It was a robot. It was just like a C-3PO looking thing.
Okay.
And you know what? They didn't really change his look. He just changed colors because he looked the same in almost all the adaptations of him.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Usagi Yojimbo, which is a hard to find, I guess, with his ears like you said.
Intact. Yeah, to find him with his ears intact, almost impossible.
Ace Duck.
And did he have an eye patch?
No, he did not. He had a.
I'm confusing him with the duck. I'm confusing him with his name from the duck from Bucky O'Hare.
There you go.
Damn.
And then you
duck. Wow.
And then also that's another series that they pretty much used their figures and they just changed the colors and schemes. Was Bucky O'Hare. Bucky O'Hare's figures were made by Playmates as well.
Yeah. You know, there was a whole time. Like, do you remember what was the name of the creepy crawlers? You remember them?
Yeah, I remember.
There was during that period when everybody had the Ninja Turtle style of action figure, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
Remember the trolls? They had theirs.
Yeah, the stone protectors.
Yeah. There was just so many back then.
But you gotta realize also, Playmates made all of them, so they just recycled their figures to fucking use the same thing.
Terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, they pretty much just used the same shit. And then Ninja just had a lot of gimmick fucking figures. They had farmers, they had cowboys, they had fucking cavemen.
What we're describing is probably how parents would describe Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's just like they're just changing the color just a little bit. It's the same shit.
But I want it.
Exactly. But I want it. It's got a different name. All right, kid.
I remember Raphael. They had like a Green Beret Raphael and fucking Profiler Don, and I remember the mummies.
What's up with the turtles, man? They had jobs.
Yeah, they had to work from that pizza.
Oh shit!
I remember one of my favorite ones I remember was bought from a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. The character name was Captain Bananas, which was a big ass gorilla with a banana bazooka.
How deep in series wise was that?
This came out with when the military versions of the Turtles came out.
Oh, I had that. I had the military versions, dude.
So he was
one cool thing about them was that they all had black boots on and they were shiny as shit. I just remember that.
Yep.
You know which one was my favorite? All right. You know my favorite Michelangelo figure of the bunch was the rapping Mike.
Rapping Mike with the big ass clock on him.
Yes,
I remember that one. And the other ones had like the rock star. Like Raph had a guitar and he had like he looked like he was from like fucking
a hairband,
and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never had the rest of that line, but I remember like just being satisfied with the Michelangelo. Like this one is cool, like legitimately cool. Did you ever see the later figures? But they were still doing the smaller ones. But did you ever see the bigger ones that transform?
Yeah.
Like you squeeze the legs and the back pops open and they turn into something else.
Yeah, I also remember they had the baby turtles that they put the bodies in the turtle.
Put the bodies and they turned into the big turtles, which they were kind of weird, but they had more articulation, strangely enough.
Yeah.
And then I know there was the movie ones that, like I said before, don't get enough credit for being like really good. Like down to the speckles on the suit, like I don't know what the suits felt like, but it seemed like they even got the texture down.
Yeah.
On the skin for the turtles, and I was like,
they did a good job. But the thing is, Playmates had a big problem with the Playmates in the movie. I think had different problems with it because the first movie was really adult. That's why they had to make the second one very campy and more kid friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to do the toy line because the first one they didn't do the toy line because they cursed in the movie.
Yeah, but dude, the attention to detail on that set in particular, like they didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
that could have been a cash in.
I think I still own all of them. I think I do. Probably have in the closet somewhere.
I have no idea.
I have probably like 40 like. You didn't know how the Metal Gear figures I had. I just have in a box and I gave them you. Mm-hmm. I have turtle figures like that. I have like maybe 4 boxes full of turtle figures.
The only thing I have left is like Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
like
I have the original Marvel. Remember the original Marvel series that Captain America had like a car that shot the shield.
Oh yeah. Spider-Man had a van,
and he had like the suction cups on his hands.
Yes, and it was terrible.
Yes, they were terrible.
And then you remember, like shortly after that one, the ones that used to come with the voice boxes on the back.
Yes, I remember.
So the Venom, I'm gonna eat your brain. And then the bad thing about that was 9 times out of 10, if you actually bought one of those, it would die in like a day because it was sitting in the store, and kids would just come in and press all of them.
Yeah.
So like my cousin and I, he was my inspiration for buying figures because we would just buy more and more.
Yeah.
So whatever he didn't get, I got. So we would complete toy lines like that. So let's say, for instance, we really got big at that era when they were still bad. But when we got to the Iron Man era, when they had the Iron Man cartoon, and Toy Biz started making Iron Man figures, that's when we started going in like really hard and like just completing toy sets. So we had between the two of us, we had the entire first run of the Iron Man cartoon figures, and then like some of the second, and like it was just madness in the 90s, dude.
And they just made so many of them.
Eventually. So many.
They had the X-Men series was huge.
And I know I was that kid that everybody hated because I used to go early.
Yeah.
Because my pops knew I was in the comics, so he would just take me, to fucking 34th Street was the mecca. Like that was where the bulk of the stores were, and it was easy to get to Midtown.
Yeah.
So was that the original Jim Henley's? The one that was like closer to Toys R Us?
Yes, that's the original Jim Henley's. That was like huge comic store too.
We used to go there like every maybe 2 or 3 weeks or so. And between there, the Woolworth having discount figures, and then Toys R Us being right around the corner, like, dude, fucking Figure City, man. Like, I had so many, and the thing was, they weren't expensive. No. They were $5. Like when Toy Biz first got them out there, it wasn't about like trying to grab this collector market, so they weren't milking you. Like, the last set of figures I bought, the default price was $9.99. That was the Marvel Legends series when Bishop first came out.
Okay, I know exactly.
And Toys R Us had it at like the default price, and it was $9.99. And I was like, oh, these are still good.
I got Deadpool for $15.
But that was
Marvel Legends.
Now, was that at like the stock price? Like nobody marked that up. That was
the retail price.
See, like, look at that jump.
Yeah.
Like, dude, fucking figures used to be so cheap.
Now, like they have some cool ones, and they're just like 20. Yo, like like right now, the initial WWE one, Series 2 came out, and I was in Forbidden Planet the other day with Jackie, and I literally was about to spend $130 on all these fucking figures. I wanted all of them. I still want them all, but I'm gonna wait until I find them on eBay because I got Series 1 for under $100 on eBay.
Oh, nice. Okay. See,
and
there you go.
The new series has like Leo's Finn Balor, Raph Rock.
Okay.
I really want Mikey Piper.
Oh, I've seen a lot of that one.
And I've seen Donatello's Ultimate Warrior.
Like that's the one people keep posting up pictures of the most.
Yeah. That one's the dope one. And then Mikey's last one was Macho Man.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I like those series. So I think I will get them eventually. But yeah, I was about to spend $130 on all 4 of them. And she's looking at me like, you don't need them.
No.
In my mind, I'm like, yes, I do. But yeah,
Turtles,
but
man.
my bad thing is the pops right now. That's my collection. Like I have a shitload of pops. Like I have too many. I have a lot.
I think at most I have 3.
I have probably over 100.
Damn. Jesus.
I just got Sasha Banks and Chris Jericho.
Now, which type of Chris Jericho? Because I'm sure you telling me
the list.
Oh,
it's current Chris Jericho. He has the scarf and the list.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I kind of stopped getting like a bunch of them. What I do right now is mainly collect the WWE ones, and then I'll pick and choose certain ones that I want. Like if I see Spider-Man, no, the Darkwing Duck one was the last series I got. I got the Darkwing Duck. I got Negaduck, Darkwing Duck, and Launchpad.
I want to just like my strategy for getting them is to get like the ones that I hold the most dear, and then also think to myself, are these going to disappear? Because I made sure to grab RoboCop.
Yeah, I got RoboCop
when I saw it. Because I just know nostalgia heads are just going to grab that one, and that's going to be gone and never be found. Or marked up at cons.
I started collecting the horror movie ones. So like the and honestly, I started at a good term because I was able to get Freddy Krueger, Jason, Chucky, and Michael Myers really cheap.
Yeah.
I got them in the video game con we went to last year. I got a few of those there. Like the Jason Voorhees, the lady gave me a deal for five for like the price of 3.
Nice. Okay.
So I just bought a bunch of them, but I was doing those, but then they started adding more and more and more, and I'm like, oh god, I can't collect all these. But the WWE ones, they do it kind of spacious.
Yeah, they space it out because I guess they base it on character, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my Dean Ambrose.
I
want a Dean Ambrose pop.
He never had one?
No, he don't have a pop yet. And I also want the title belts. I want some of them to come with the belt on them.
Yeah, give me a little Jinder Mahal with the belt.
Like the Finn Balor Demon one should have had the Universal title on it. I'm just saying, should have you. But I have like my Macho Man. I have it out, and I have the WCW title on it.
Do they make a separate pop belt?
No.
Oh,
I tried. I looked. But there's some of them I have out because I have doubles. Like the AJ Styles, I bought 2, so I took one out. Jericho, I bought 2, so I'm gonna take him out. I got KO twice, so I'm gonna take him out. I got Bret Hart twice.
Hey, wait a second, but with wrestlers, don't they do color variants or no?
Some of them, like FYE has a Jericho one. FYE had the Finn Balor Demon one. I hate when they do Walgreens because Walgreens is annoying with their shit, but luckily WWE.com is selling a lot of them.
Okay.
So I was able to get Kane and Shawn Michaels.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Because Shawn Michaels was a hard one to find.
I could imagine. What era Shawn Michaels is that?
It's the beginning of like the Heartbreak Kid. He has the mullet.
Is that with the hat or no?
No hat. It's just the mullet. It's the mullet.
He wasn't quite chaps yet.
Yeah. I pretty much got the only one I think I'm missing of the Funko Pops for the WWE is Sheamus.
Really?
Because Sheamus, they retired Sheamus, so he's hard to find. So now he's like $30, and I don't want to spend $30 on Sheamus.
They retired a pop?
They retired a bunch of them. They retired the original Stone Cold Steve Austin. They retired the CM Punk. They retired AJ.
Well, I can understand CM Punk.
Which I got those 2 also. I got CM Punk. I got AJ Lee. I got Paige, which Paige is pretty much AJ Lee, just different colored. Unfortunately, I got the Bella Twins just because it was on sale. I got Lesnar because it was on sale.
He didn't come with a Universal title?
No. The one I refuse to buy and I would not buy is Goldberg.
Oh, okay. Just out of principle?
Unless he's dirt cheap, like 50 cents, I'll buy him. But I'm not paying $10 for fuck Goldberg.
Oh,
wasting my time.
He's a nice man.
Fucking.
You know, he's got a 2017 movie where he's like an action hero now, right?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I got
No,
all the
I
New
saw
Days.
it on Netflix.
Yeah, I got all the New Day ones.
Really? Okay, but did they come in a 3-pack or no?
They had one a 3-pack, which was a Toys R Us exclusive, and then they have the white and gold ones that were separate.
You know, I got a question. The Toys R Us that was in Midtown is gone. So, do they move, or is that just it?
I think they're building one in 8th Avenue, to be honest with you, in 42nd.
Oh, okay.
But there's one in Manhattan Mall. I think it's like Express Toys R Us. But other than that, there's none in the city.
Okay. Man.
Yeah, it's not the same no more.
Like, what happened with that? Like, dude.
The rent is expensive, and they didn't make it. People go there just to go in there. They don't really buy shit in there.
I guess that Ferris wheel wasn't pulling enough money.
No, and the people just went in there to take pictures. They didn't really buy anything from there.
It didn't help that they fucking charged you an arm and a leg for some video games, man. Like, it
didn't
was
help
crazy.
you that they had like the NYC tax with it too.
Yeah, but it's just like, here's my specific example of how they didn't know what they had and how they were terrible at the same time. The last thing I bought from there, like, before I just stopped going there anyway, because I was like, they don't ever have any deals. So the last game I bought from there was the original Samus collection that had that was on GameCube.
Yeah.
Not GameCube. Wii. They redid the GameCube. Damn, what was the name of the GameCube one? Now I'm blanking on the name. Metroid Prime. I think it had all 3 primes on it, right?
Yeah.
It was that collection, and I believe it was a Toys R Us exclusive. I don't know. I've never seen that anywhere.
Yeah.
So they had that thing, which probably retails like for some insane amount of price, insane amount of money now.
Yeah.
And I got it for like $20. And then at the same time, I was like, oh, this is a deal. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy Smash because I never had a copy. And I look over at Smash Brothers, and it's $60. And I go, this was like well after the GameCube was dead.
Yeah. But this
was Smash Brothers Melee.
But that shit still goes for $60 now.
I know. I'm just sitting there like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because the collection came in a 10.
Yeah.
So like that alone, like it was like a steel box thing. So that alone, and is going to increase the value. Let alone just look cool. So I'm like, this thing is going to be worth something, and this shit is still sitting here 60. Man, listen. But anyway, I mean, I don't want to say good riddance because I miss them. Yeah,
that's funny shit is like going into video game collecting. That's a whole different topic, and I could go crazy into that.
That's Snipe does that like hardcore.
Because it's even I try, but it's not like what I do with the pops and shit. Like, but the gaming wise, I just I just pick up the games I just want to play it. Like I got some Super NES games recently because I got the Retrotron. Mm-hmm. And I got like some Chosen Time and the ones that I just remember playing that I used to love. And I used
to be a day one collector in the PS2 era.
Yeah.
Like back when I was working at Pokemon, which made it convenient because right downstairs was GameStop. So like I was the day one guy back then.
Yeah.
But then like 360, I was a pre-order guy, right?
Yeah.
Like pre-order to get your whatever, blah, blah, blah early. But then I started to see some of the stuff wasn't worth it. Like I had the Assassin's Creed pre-order collector's edition.
Yeah.
It came with this shitty tiny little figure, and I was just like, you suck.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna play this game again. Because Assassin's Creed was whatever. It was good for the time, but you're not gonna play that over and over again.
Yeah. I stopped
just like yeah, I stopped doing that. Like there's certain ones I do for the case alone. That's it. Because the case will like stay around. You can keep the case. It's steel box. It keeps the game safe.
Like Mass Effect, I have all 3 steel boxes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I don't do. The only thing I might spring for is a book.
Yeah.
It's like if Future Press does a book. Strategy guide for a game, like I'll buy the collector's edition or something like that, because those are like insanely detailed. So
yeah, I like the art books and stuff like that.
Like I still have to get the one for Neo.
Okay.
Because it's sold out like almost as soon as it went on sale. So.
I think Jenkins got it.
He has the Horizon Zero Dawn book.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he got the.
And that thing is huge.
Yeah, I bet that one's just huge.
So yeah, but you know that's about the only bit of collecting I'll do is like so it'll be a rare item, not just everything, because half the shit ain't worth it.
Yeah, and I just want I want something nice. Like give me something nice, and then I'll think about it. But I haven't looked at anything like the ridiculous like Call of Duty ones. I could care less about. Like some of the statues are pretty ugly too. Like I remember the first Injustice statue was fucking ugly as shit.
You know which one was cool? Did you remember the original MK9
with the book dividers? I have that.
I have that too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I think that was the last big collectors I actually bought was the
I think for me too. Well,
no,
did the Gears of War system come out after that or before that?
Before that.
For 360.
Before that.
Okay, so I bought the Gears of War 360, and then I bought the Mortal Kombat, and that was like the last big thing. Like I made unboxing videos for those just because I was like, you know what, fuck it, it's that era. This is pretty cool. And the cool thing about, I don't know if everybody got it, was that the MK9 edition I got, they just gave me double codes.
Yeah.
So I got 2 Ermac codes. So I just like, fuck it, I'll just give one away.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Like that was probably the best collector's edition I ever bought.
I think the last one I got was the NXT edition.
For what game is that?
For WWE 2K17.
Okay. And what that come with?
That was the NXT edition. It came with a statue of Finn Balor. It had Nakamura, Apollo Crews, and Nia Jax early. You were able to play them early. It had season pass. It had a ring piece with a card, and had a autograph by Nakamura and things like that. There was a bunch of things inside. It was okay. Statue good? It was a cool statue. $150 worth? No. But, and then I had my rant last week with the Seen Enough edition. Mm-hmm. My other one I got with WWE was the 2K15, which came with the Hollywood Hogan pop, which you cannot find anywhere. And yes, that was the last one I really liked besides the MK9 one.
Okay.
Was that it had the Hollywood Hogan pop. I have the regular Hogan pop. I just collected, so it has it there.
The thing about the MK9 I was about to say pop because you said pop.
Yeah.
About the MK9 bookends is that for some reason, should you decide to decorate your home with those, they just don't look out of place.
No, they do not.
You know what I mean? It looks so well done, and it's like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Like that guy's getting impaled on the other side of the book. Like that's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Talking about MK, where are the Mortal Kombat pops?
I don't even know if they made them.
They haven't made Mortal Kombat pops. Where's my?
I would imagine there's been a Sub-Zero.
No, there has not been a Mortal Kombat pop yet.
Really?
No, that's a grand money right there.
That's a huge missed opportunity. I want a Quan Chi pop.
Yeah, they have Tekken. They have their set ready.
Yeah, I still gotta.
I got Jin, I got Double Jin, and I got King.
Okay. Is there a special? There was a special King, or no?
No, there's no special King. Double Jin, I think, is the special. That was a GameStop exclusive.
Okay.
It's Kazuya Hahachi and Nina Williams.
Gotcha.
Street Fighter, I have a few of them. Kuma just came out as a GameStop exclusive.
It's the new one?
No, it's the old
one. Or
one.
it's like classic Kuma?
Yeah. Okay. I have pretty much in that set, I have Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li, because those were my favorites. Chun-Li was my first one to get, because Chun-Li is my favorite.
Do they have variants for those or no? Because I know Chun-Li has a million costumes.
They have the bearded Ryu. They have the Alpha Ryu, which is the all white.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Evil Ryu.
Wow.
And I think Chun-Li has the pink suit, and that's it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that's all I know. But the pop shit, the Mortal Kombat pops, where are they at?
Where you at? NetherRealms. Talk to Warner Brothers. Get on that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do them. especially with Injustice. I was surprised they didn't do like an Injustice version of Pops.
Yeah, I guess so. Like that ties hand in hand, superheroes and Pops, right?
Yeah, now they're doing it with game releases. Like Destiny has their whole shit. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, Destiny has like a shitload of Pops coming out the same day as Destiny.
Wow. Who'd have thought Destiny Pops?
Yep. They have again every game like fucking Doom has them and Fallout has them and everything like that. So
We'll see. Do Fallouts even count? Because the heads have to bobble.
Yeah, they do bobble. Because some of them are bobbleheads.
Oh really?
Yeah, every single Marvel pop is a bobblehead.
Did not know that because I was under the assumption that most people do not even open them.
Yeah, but if you open every single Marvel one is a bobblehead.
Okay. Because the RoboCop one I have is not a bobblehead. That's the only one I have open. I have 3. I have RoboCop that's open. I have a shiny Mega Man, which is cool as shit. Like, he's reflective. And then I have Mr. Miyagi. Like, just what?
None of those are bobbleheads. The Marvel ones, all the Marvel ones are bobbleheads.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yep.
See, learn something new.
So let's wrap it up.
Yes. All right. So
toy talk.
Basically what this turned into. I mean, just nostalgia talk, man. Like, you talk about Voltron, this is what happens.
Yes.
All right. So where can everybody see that Voltron show?
Voltron on Netflix. Season 3 is out now. 7 episodes of great cartoon. Definitely watch it. Netflix series. Hopefully it will be season 4 very soon because the way they left you is kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely check out the new Turtles too. Usagi Yojimbo made his debut.
Gotcha. Okay.
And check that out.
And that's up to season 1.
It's on season 5 right now.
And what channel do they come on?
Nickelodeon.
Okay.
You can probably see the last episode on Nickelodeon.com.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I just gotta remember to do that. So.
Yeah, I know what, dude. I just bought the season on Xbox, so I can always watch it brand new because I just want to watch them. I really don't care. It's like, fuck it, I'll buy it because I'll let watching it eventually again anyway.
Yeah, I feel you.
And also, if you never watched the series, season 1 through 4 are on Hulu.
Yeah, I recommend that. They're pretty good.
Yes.
All right, so it gets better, I swear podcast. Catch us at RedCycloneInc on YouTube, on SoundCloud. Merc with the Mic, same place, YouTube, SoundCloud,
and check out their RedCycloneInc gaming on Facebook and also the Wrestling Babble on Facebook. We do have a lot of boards, a lot of video games, a lot of discussions.
Oh, they're burning it down, man. They're coming to get me.
And for last but not least, always and forever, follow Jenkins. Just follow him, no matter what you're doing. Just follow him with a sandwich. And just follow. That's it.
All right, Shalom. Take it easy.
All right,
peace.
Laters.